Hello, we're back over here at Range Stop, and we're here with Ciara. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm having a blast so far.
How are you finding the whole convention?
It's amazing. It's my first time at Ranger Stop, and everyone's so nice, and it's cool to have all of us Rangers in one building because we always have so much fun together.
Yeah.
But I'm having a really good time, and everyone's been amazing towards me.
That's cool, because this is my first Range Stop as well, and I wanted to come to Brighton, where you were last time, but I couldn't get the time off. I was like, oh.
Right, you're here now.
I know, exactly. It just flew out just to meet you, and that's the whole thing. Cool. So when you were given the role of Yellow Megaforce as well as Super Megaforce, were you a fan of the show beforehand?
Yeah, I grew up watching. I watched Mighty Morphin and In Space intensely. So I didn't even know it was still going on, to be honest, when I did audition. But I went back and watched the seasons to kind of get my Ranger knowledge going.
Yeah.
But I love the show. It has good values, and it's a fun show. And I think why it's been around for so long, because they really stick to it, and they haven't really changed much. Even the monsters are still those, like, cheesy rubber big things, and the giant Megazord. Like, it's the same stuff the last 20 years. And I think that's why the fans have stayed so loyal to it.
Yeah. So when you put on the suit for the first time, did you freak out or just go, yeah, I'm good with that?
Oh, it was a magical moment. I felt so powerful. Like, when you put that suit on, it just, your whole attitude changes. You get an attitude. You just all of a sudden you start standing taller, start making demands. Like, you get like an attitude, but you feel really cool in it. It's a cool experience.
So which one did you prefer, Megaforce or Super Megaforce suits?
I have a sentimentalness to Megaforce just because it was like the first suit I ever put on. But I really enjoy the Super Megaforce. All of us were kind of like, when we first saw them, because like it's an interesting design, like the bill and like the jacket. It's an interesting design. But we end up feeling more like a bad butt, bad beep. In the Super Megaforce, just because I like the black underneath, and you just feel like you can really fight someone.
So I like the suits because I was a fan of Gokaija, and then I cosplayed as Gokai Red, and I was just like, that's such a cool costume.
Yeah, you feel really, really cool.
I just loved it. All right. So when you were reading the scripts for the show, what were your thoughts on it?
Like each episode?
Yeah, well, in general, when you were watching, reading them through, going, I really like this, or what was your thoughts?
I've always liked the scripts. I think they did a good job writing it. I wish there was more character development especially in our season, because I think that's what our season lacked, and I think some people have some problems with. That you didn't really feel connected to anyone because you didn't really know much about them, especially my character. Like, you just knew her as being this really tough chick, and that was about it. And Jake had a crush on her. Like, it literally says that in my bio, that like Jake has a crush on her. I was like, oh, that's great information for everyone to know about me. But I did like it. It's cool to read the fighting scenes and actually see it put into action and how they make that work.
Cool. So I asked in the panel, did you watch your Sentai counterparts Goseija and Gokaija at the time?
I did. I watched it once I knew what we were doing, and they gave us DVDs to kind of watch it and learn from it, because we do use Japanese footage, and you can't be a certain way in your suit and then all of a sudden be totally different when you're outside the suit. So you kind of have to give or take. It was easy for me because my character didn't have too much. She was pretty consistent. But the Blue Ranger and Green Ranger were a lot different, which was a little complicated for them.
Yeah. Now, on set, on the first episode where you guys got the Super Megaforce powers, the whole explanation where Azim was like, oh, so what, there's a simple explanation. Was that kind of a running gag through the entire, or was it planned, or?
When we read that, we're like, oh, that's funny, we'll figure it out later in the season, why? And Azim literally every script was waiting for it. Come on, guys, like, I know this is, haha, like, something's going to explain it. Nothing. I think they couldn't think of an explanation, so that's why they left it like that.
See, when I was watching the last episode, I think what would have been really funny was the Soprano ending, where it's like, oh, so, the reason is, and then cut to blank, and it was just the credits. That, I thought, would have been absolutely hilarious.
Oh, you write them and suggest it for other things, because that's amazing.
It's like, guys, you got to do a Soprano ending. That's what you got to do.
I love that.
So with you being in this fandom now, in about, say, 10 years' time, do you think that you'll still be a part of it? Do you want to be a part of it? And what do you think about it?
Once a Ranger, always a Ranger kind of thing. As you can see here, there's people from Mighty Morphin here that's like over 20 years ago, and they're still a part of it. It's a one big giant family, and I'm I feel blessed to be a part of it, and so I would continue on. And I kind of like reliving my ranger life when I do these conventions, and it's a cool feeling, and to know that you have touched people. And I would definitely continue. If they asked me to come back, I would do it in a heartbeat.
And I think anyone at any age, but yes, coming back, definitely.
Yeah, it's just, like, who doesn't want to be a Power Ranger? Who doesn't want to, like, it's just an awesome gig. Why not?
I know. So when I cosplay, I'm like, I just really want to be this ranger, and then it kind of makes me want to audition and actually become one. But I'm really bad with my lines, so I'd want to be the silent ranger. Just that game.
Well, it's kind of how Yoshi, the blue Dino Charge character, is. He's like a caveman, doesn't say much, but he's awesome.
So I think I'll be the next Yoshi. So what's been your favorite fan interaction so far?
We had a little boy named Aiden. He had cancer, and he came in and talked to me yesterday. I think he's here today, but he was just the most... he had a sparkle in his eye, and he was dancing for us and teaching me the Thriller moves, and he was just... That was my favorite part so far, and it was a really cool moment. It's sad to see children go through that, and I hate it, but I love that I was able to be a part of his day and make his life so far. Like, he was so excited, and it's so cool to be able to do that for somebody.
So it's quite nice. Like years ago, we did something very similar for a little boy. It was his dying wish to see the Power Rangers, and we were like, yeah, we'll come down. And that's got to be one of the best moments of mine, like when cosplaying and stuff like that. But it's nice when they get to see the heroes like yourself.
Yeah.
So, when you were younger, what fandoms were you into?
Ooh, like the characters and stuff, or
it's like you said that you grew up watching Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So was there anything else?
I liked Sailor Moon a lot. I liked I had a crush on Batman for some reason. Like, I would have dreams of me and Batman just cruising in his Batmobile. Literally, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. One day. Might still happen. There's so many different Batmans now, so I have so many choices. I liked Batman and Sailor Moon, and it's pretty much it. In Power Rangers, I just specifically remember In Space was like a big thing for me. I remember hearing like the theme song come on TV, and I get super excited. But yeah, I wasn't really like an obsessive kid over things, so like those were the only things I can remember that really got me.
Well, one last question before we go into the game that we're playing is one I really thought about is, obviously when you're working a lot, you dream. Did you ever dream about like being on set or any of like random episodes or something just made up? I have that problem a lot where I dream things and they tend to happen, or it happens all the time. So sometimes if I have a bad dream, it freaks me out. I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Please no, please no. But I had like dreams of being, I had a lot of deja vu moments. I remember on set, I was like, oh wow, like I've been here before, but I haven't. And I dreamed like with the cast and people, and I would see them but not see their faces yet. So like it's like when that happens, I know I'm on the right track in life. But I didn't dream the future of the legendary battle or anything, but like Troy did. But I definitely had some moments that it was cool to kind of like, oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. That's cool. So, okay, this is the word game that we're playing. So I'm going to say the English words, and then you got to tell me what the meaning is.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is mate.
Oh, like a buddy old pal.
Yeah, that's right. Cheeky.
Oh, like naughty, like dirty, like
It's
like,
too much. Exactly. Or as I say, it's like too much lip or smart ass, as they say.
Yeah, like, are you being cheeky?
Yeah.
Right?
Give you a bell.
Ooh, give you a bell?
Yeah.
Like a phone call?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true. Scrummy.
Scrimmy?
Scrummy.
Scrimmy. Like hurry?
It means like good food.
Oh.
Like it's this food's really scrummy.
Why would you call it scrimmy?
We're English.
Sounds like a bug like running around.
Well, we're British. We just think of really random names and really random.
I mean, it's okay. You do you.
Chuffed.
Chuffed?
Yes.
Chuffed. Chuffed. Lame.
No, it means happy. So
I'm opposite.
Yeah, I'm chuffed to be here, and I'm chuffed to be at this convention.
Chuffed. I'm chuffed. Chuffed.
Yep.
I'm chuffed.
See, fancy.
Fancy. Like you like something.
Yes, it's the between like, oh, there's a fancy do, as well as I like you more than a friend.
Yeah. Like I fancy you.
Yeah.
I fancy you.
Yay. Faff.
Faff.
Mm-hmm.
Faff. I'm going brain dead on this. Faff. What is
It's to procrastinate.
Oh.
So it's like I'm faffing about. So it's like, oh, you're just procrastinating.
I faff way too much.
Quid.
Quid.
Mm-hmm.
Quid. Funny.
No, it's British currency. So when you're over Brighton, they're going. When they're like £5, £10, it's what they're called quids.
Okay.
So it's 10 quid, 15 quid.
Oh, that's
It's
so confusing.
Yeah, I know. It's they dropped that one.
Okay, good. I don't get it.
Cool. And the last one is Tara.
Tara. It sounds like hurrah, so I'm gonna go with woohoo! Yay! Excited.
No, it actually means goodbye. It's
I'm just hitting him on the nail, aren't I? Well, I'm Tara.
Tara. Tara. See, now when I say it in just the old English accent. Tara.
Ta-da.
Tara.
Ta-da.